Hey, it's Molly. Welcome back to my YouTube channel as we're going to have a discussion here on the Galactic Center, the energies of the Galactic Center, as well as what it means when you have a personal planet or point at the Galactic Center, as well as transiting planets that move across it. So the Galactic Center is currently at 27 degrees of Sagittarius. It does wobble between 26 and 28 degrees of Sag. So it is in the very late degrees of Sagittarius and amplifies and activates the energies of Sagittarius. And it's very fitting because Sagittarius is about going beyond what is known, exploring, the adventure, wandering, being open to whatever comes up, whatever is discovered. Sagittarius is on a quest for knowledge and higher understandings. It's where we're searching for ways of understanding ourselves, our lives, and really getting a deeper ideology and philosophy on how we want to live our life. So the Sagittarius energy is about going beyond what is known. So going beyond that fence post or going beyond the known solar system to see what else is out there, what else we can work with and understand. Sagittarius energy is designed to help us form our worldview. It's connected with ideologies, belief systems, philosophies, and it's usually based on your own life experiences. So you've had certain experiences that have formed your worldview, that have given you an understanding of what things mean and what it means to you. So when we take these energies and we relate them to the Galactic Center, what we're activating is a stronger consciousness around what we don't know, what we can keep exploring, what needs to be discovered, what is unknown. And the Galactic Center is a point of strong downloads and energies coming into our galaxy from other galaxies, other places and spaces that we probably can't even fathom exist. But it connects us to a very dynamic energy stream that keeps us open to what we don't know, open to new possibilities, and open to exploring. Now, Sagittarius energy, as with all astrological signs, has the higher and lower expressions. So the lower expressions of Sagittarius can show up as judgment. Judging something because it's different, because you don't believe in it, because it's not true for you. Judgment is a strong lower expression of Sag, and it does relate to our understanding of right or wrong. So it's also in relationship to our opinions and what we think is true for us or true for everyone. It's how we form an understanding of information and how we then apply that to other people, to what they're doing, what they should or should not be doing, what we think is right or wrong. All of that comes into play here in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is also about what you know, meaning wisdom and knowledge you've accumulated, and how that is information that can be true for you, even though it's not true for others. So Sag can be a know-it-all, and it can be the person who's done everything, they've been everywhere, they've had every experience, and oh, by the way, did you know that the universe revolves around them? So it can be that extreme know-it-all who also maybe has a spiritual ego. So lower expressions of Sag are good to know because when we're talking about these energies, we can then be more conscious and aware of how we're understanding ourselves and how we're understanding what we're continually learning throughout life. Because an open, higher expression of Sagittarius energy is okay not knowing and seeing something for what it is without comparison, where you can accept a particular truth or ideology without making it wrong just because it's different. So the Sagittarius energy in a higher expression can be very accepting, can be very aware of how to be non-judgmental, of how to let something stand on its own, and that's enough. That's all it needs to be. So this is important to know because with the Galactic Center energies, we're reminded that there's so much we don't understand. There's so much we don't know beyond our own reality, beyond our own solar system, and there's so much we're still learning. And when we can keep this viewpoint, basically it's like a beginner's mind, and we can stay open to what we don't know, then we can go farther. Then we can really go into perhaps asking new questions or seeing something from a different vantage point. Now, Sagittarius energy is designed to keep us growing, expanding, learning. And with the connection to the Galactic Center, we are aware that there's always a higher consciousness at play here. There's more that we can receive and download that isn't something the ego can push away. So when we're energetically open to what we don't know and we're more receptive, then we can really understand more of what we're here to explore and perhaps untapped wisdom that we can work with. Because the Galactic Center is a very big energy and it's bigger than our solar system and it's really something that's influential. When there are planets or points here, there's an activation of this higher consciousness. There can be new questions that come up, such as more understanding of what's going on in the cosmos, more understanding of other technologies, other civilizations, other energetic beings in our galaxy. This is an opening to what is beyond the Earth experience. And we have a very set understanding about our daily reality. For example, we have 24 hours in a day. So everyone knows that the day is broken up into 24 hours, and we go through our lives, we go through our realities with this understanding, because here we live in the time-space experience, and that's how time is organized. But beyond the Earth experience, as we go out into bigger energy fields, we don't have that understanding of time. We become timeless, and there isn't the need to look at a clock, and there isn't even the ability, because we don't have that experience of energy beyond this planet. This is one example of how the Galactic Center energies can work. We can formulate different ways of understanding our reality. It broadens us beyond what we've known or what we've accepted as is. And it keeps us connected to bigger streams of energy that can support us, in our growth, and can support us in staying open to what we don't know and what we haven't explored yet. So every time a planet connects with this energetic point, that planet's consciousness is expanded. It goes beyond what it's known. It becomes aware of what is beyond its own current capacity. So it's almost like that energy of the Galactic Center is deeply infusing that planet with more than you might be able to know in the moment. So for example, when transiting Venus is conjunct the Galactic Center, that opens up the Venus capacity to receive, to feel confident, to feel loved. The Venus energy being associated with feminine qualities, with our value systems, with what we love, what we desire, what we want. When Venus is conjunct the Galactic Center, she's receiving a burst of that higher consciousness, but it can take a little bit of time to fully integrate it because the energy is so dominant and so big. So it can have this ripple effect. It can play out over a period of time as the Venus energy is further integrating that higher energy from the Galactic Center. Now, every year, the sun in Sagittarius crosses over this point when it's at 27 degrees of Sagittarius. And the sun is our life force. It is our light, the heat. We are always receiving energy and light codes and information from the sun being very influential in our reality and certainly in our 24-hour days. So when the sun is connecting to the galactic center every year, this is a big activation point. This is where there can be even more that comes through. This can be through our understanding, our intuitive connections, our desire to see and know something from a higher perspective. So this happens every year, and other planets will interact with the galactic center at various intervals. And it depends on their cycle, the timing of their cycle, as well as any retrograde activities or energies. Now, if you have a planet or point near the galactic center in your natal chart, you came in with a built-in knowingness and connection to even more. It's almost like you could feel that you are connected to bigger amounts of wisdom or knowledge, or that you have deeper questions that you're looking to pursue and understand. This energy is significant for how it allows all of us to expand our knowingness, expand our wisdom, and then what are we going to do with it? How are we going to use it? How are we going to be responsible with it? How are we going to apply it? So planets or points that interact with the galactic center are connecting you to higher streams of consciousness, showing you that there is more to your energy field than just this earthly reality, and asking you to basically tune your radio frequency dial to something of a higher frequency. And that's where you can receive some true knowingness and some answers and some understandings of maybe lessons you've had, experiences you've gone through. There's a lot here that can come through when a planet or point is connected to the galactic center. You could also feel that you've always been interested in the bigger picture, the bigger picture of your life, or the bigger picture of life on this planet or the solar system. You could feel that you've always had a connection to the cosmos, to galactic energies. Again, it takes us beyond what our daily reality is and opens us up to even more. And it can be a beautiful experience. You can be very receptive to these energies, and you could really feel like this is your connection to an important energy in your life. Now, it is different for everybody, and it does depend on whatever planet or point you have that connects with the galactic center. And I would call it basically the last 5 degrees of Sagittarius. So between 25 and 29 degrees of Sag, I would keep it in that tighter orb, and that can help you understand how you're here to work with these energies and how they're also here to support you in this lifetime as you're having certain experiences and experiencing various energies. So it's quite an interesting point, and it's something that we can use to help us grow, expand, understand more. Also, to not take it all so seriously, to find the blessings and the gratitude of right now, of what you're moving through, and to really connect to more of your own light. And that is the light of the universe. I mean, this energy, it can stream through in a very interesting way, and you can really feel it. It can be energizing, and it can give you more of a life force. It really can. So pay attention to any planets or points that you might have at the galactic center degree points, and then also pay attention to the transiting planets as they interact with the galactic center, because it can invigorate you. It can remind you of why you're here. It can give you that upliftment and help you see things from a really beautiful vantage point. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope this has been informative, and I'll be back here soon with another video for you here on my YouTube channel. Thank you for being here.